Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is my audience, my Kit-Kat. She's here. My family said I go to Kentucky, and I don't really have anybody to do 3 audiences. So I have this necklace. This is my bag. I actually got this when I was in the military. I love this bag. Phenomenal. So my first time is going to be my necklace. But this necklace is stainless silver. Or sterling, my bad. Sterling silver. With the gold. I've always had this necklace. My mom gave it to me. I cherished it. When I was younger, it was always there for me throughout school and all the tough times I experienced when I was a kid. I didn't have a nurturing environment when I was growing up, so this led to a lot of emotional decline and just a lot of problems growing up, which these problems really didn't help me get through school. And I didn't really care about school. School wasn't on my priority. I just went through school every day and didn't really care. So, this led to me dropping out. 10th grade, I dropped out sophomore. I dropped out because I just didn't care. I didn't have the people in my life to nurture me, bring me up. I mean, I come from a very tough childhood. So this resulted in me dropping out of high school. So, I dropped out. And, I didn't really have nowhere to go. Was on the verge of being homeless. My grandfather steps in the picture. He steps in, he's like, hey, come live with me. Come live with my grandfather. He's not even my real grandfather. He's not even biological. And this man came and got me, brought me into his home. I was about 17 at the time. Really didn't have nothing going for me. I was skinny as a rail. Face was all, so he built me up. Brought me up into this this man I am now. Still got some things to learn, but so I got my high school diploma, something I thought I would never get. He brought me in here. He said, hey, do this, do that, do this. He was rough on me. He was rough. Those days he would because we'd make me wash his truck, we'd go outside, clean the chimney, paint, we'd just do all this work. And it was every day. We was always doing something. It was I had responsibilities. He was showing me responsibilities throughout the day. I learned discipline, consistency, responsibility. Just all these good traits to have. Phenomenal traits to have. He taught me all of them. So, he took me to Blue Ridge to finish my diploma because I dropped out, didn't get my diploma. Great program at Blue Ridge, the adult program at Blue Ridge, phenomenal program. Love that program. People there are great. Feels like a family. They're so awesome. Anybody that needs to finish their diploma, I highly recommend going there and getting your diploma. It's great. So, after a year of going twice a day, 4 times a day, 3-hour sessions, I finally got my diploma. I learned all the reading, writing, science, math, all of it. And that led to my diploma, something I thought I would never get. So that was, it was a very, once I got my diploma, that boy at 17 thought he would never amount to nothing. He would never get a diploma. That is something that he doesn't deserve. And that's not right. But, that's just how I felt. But I was with the wrong crowds. I just wasn't in that environment to be that man I should have been. But yeah, that's kind of what this represents, because that was there when I was younger, going through all them tough times. That was there. I was always wearing this. Through school, even when I dropped out, I still had it. This was always there. So after I got my diploma, I went into the Air Force. The Air Force was, a disaster, train wreck. But through, determination, you can get back on your feet. So I went into the Air Force. That's where I got this bag. Love this bag. It's a great bag. This is my second item. This is my beanie. So we got shaved bald. Some people had an egg head. I didn't really have an egg head. For the talk. We'd wear this. This was our best friend because guess what? We were bald and cold weather, 4 o'clock in the morning. So this represents my military experience. So my military experience, to go into that was, after I got my diploma, I went into the recruiter's office, and he got me through the process. Scored 72 on my ASVAB. He showed me my options, and I got the job I wanted. I was going to be doing avionics, working on fighter jets, so it's going to be great. So I had a complication with my back. I had to do a lot of x-ray screenings. It's very interesting. They measure your back like a certain degrees, and if you go over that degrees, or this degrees, because I had scoliosis and kyphosis, if you go over that degrees, you're disqualified. So I'm just sitting on the edge of my chair, just like, oh my God, am I going to be able to get in? So I sat there for on the edge of my chair for about 2 months, waiting for the results and all that. Got in. So my shipment date was November 17th or the 21st or something like that, right before Thanksgiving. Shipped out, and that was 0 night. And I spent about 3 months in the military, so until I had that decline. Had a medical problem, got put in med hold, very discouraged. But I did learn a lot from basic training. There was a lot I learned. To go on my previous story about, I fell down when I was younger, and there was that man, my papa, who brought me up, aided me. The same thing with this beanie. I got this. This reminds me of the military. I got out of the military. I fell down again. I really wanted to stay in the military, but they wouldn't let me due to a lot of factors that, I couldn't stay, and it was awful. I just, I got out, came back. I had a girlfriend at the time. We got an apartment. So that apartment, we had a lease on. It didn't work out between me and her. We separated ways. We split apart. So I came back to my grandfather's, and here this man was. And that goes on to my third item. My third item represents school. Because when I got out of the military and I was in that apartment, all I did was just working, paying bills, wasn't getting nothing done. So this notebook represents going back to school. Just because you fall on your face doesn't mean it's the end. That's, it's kind of what that bag represents. It's durable. You got to be strong in life. So that notebook, I got back here. My grandfather was like, hey, what's the plan? I was like, well, I didn't really have one. Didn't have a plan. Didn't have, a goal. He's like, this was a deep conversation we had. So he's like, so what's the goal? What are you going to do? What did I teach you? Think about it. It's like, yeah, what can I do? What can I do to, push me along? So here I had this man again, pushing me up, supporting me, giving me the aid I need, getting through school. So I went to Blue Ridge, started at Blue Ridge, getting my college degree because I got my diploma from there. Great people, love Blue Ridge, blah, blah. And, started going to the gym, got in shape. There's been a lot of setbacks in my life, and each item represents a setback. That necklace represents a setback during my childhood. That toboggan represents a setback, in the military. Thought I was going to be, I had so much pride, I had a great job. I had it going. Fell down on my face. And now I have this notebook. It represents college because I'm going to college right now. Each semester, I'm going to slowly get towards my goal. So I know there's going to be setbacks. I know I'm not going to be able to do the best I can do. But as long as I get back up, I'm strong, and I come back at it with full force, I know I'll be fine. And that's just, in entirety with all these items collected in this bag, that's what that represents, just durability, getting back up, going back at it. That is, it's so important in life, because if you just give up after the first try, you'll never get there. So it's just, there's a lot of things in life that can happen, and setbacks and failures, but that's all a part of learning. That's all a part of growing. That's the whole point of life. You're going to fail. So that's kind of my life, and I feel like them items represent as a whole in that bag is durable, because that bag is awesome. Military grade stuff right there. So it's just, life is full of crashes, and you just got to get back up. I thank y'all for listening. And, I wish I had a bigger audience, but didn't have nobody. But yeah, thank y'all, and I hope everyone has a good night.